Hi, welcome back to my channel on Country Conversations with DVD. This is my episode review. Oh no, my nose got wet. Okay, I think I can survive without it. This is my episode review of the Real House. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6B, episode 20, Sex Lies and Videotape. But the episode opens back up right where we left off with Martell down at the site where Martell is building the homes, and Martell is still angry. He was like, without Melody out there would be no Tisha and Marcel. And people can really agree with this because, ooh boy, I know us reviewers are hating to have to agree with me. Mel Martell said, without us, you be down into the theater with your big blousy suit on, serving popcorn and peanuts. Martell is tired of Marceau's tactics, and he's tired of his mouth. He's tired of him talking, she's naive. And that's what Marceau does, though. He's like, he tired of him talking all that mess. But he says, Martell says, we going to talk and he going to listen. But he also says that, then this got in crawl space because he was like, Marceau knows how I move and I know how he moves. Okay? That meant something. Okay, and then we're going to just like skip through all the fluff and get right on down to business. Then, okay, we go to Mila and Macy's little area where they're packaging up their hair care products. Congratulations, girls. Congratulations. Mom and Dad are instilling good values in you. And very impressive. But here comes Marceau and his misogyny. Those girls, I could tell, and it's sad to see that. And I didn't have that type of interaction with my dad, and I could see that he don't spend quality time with his, I would say, children, but now MJ is at the age where he might be throwing in little what's their last name? Scott speeches. Teaching them how to be a misogynist or whatever. And he's sitting there telling them, that Mason's like, Mason and me was like, they ready for the dollar bills, y'all. And Tisha's like, well, girl, it's going to take a long time before it's going to be a little turnaround on your finances. And then Marcel is like, well, it's time for us to, make sure that they're doing this the right way, the packaging and whatnot. Now, mind you, products on the table, people ordering. Is that e-commerce? So, he's telling them, so they get on the subject of, once the girls leave, they get on the subject of Stormy. And Stormy and Tisha, they meet prior to the show. So, they're talking, and then Stormy asks, Tisha, how did she feel about her calling Marcel a bia? And Tisha says that it was very disrespectful, but you be calling my husband a bitch. And then Stormy says, well, that's just something that's in me, and I got to work on it. I got to dig deep down inside for me to work on. And for me, I could feel Stormy in this particular area, because I'm like, to be around somebody that exudes the amount of ego. I mean, does he think that his money is making him fine? Because you still got lady parts. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. And then he's like talking about how he don't really care that Stormy is upset with him. He's not going to apologize to her. He's not going to change a thing about what he said. He is cool with everything he said. And he says that he doesn't respect, basically, the relationship that she has with Stormy. And then Stormy says, well, you know, she's like, well, I like Stormy. And there go those, you know, previously in the, you know, confession, there go those EX words killing poor Tisha. There she goes. It's all about execution. Kiki! When you were teaching her how to speak, you remember how you said in those interviews that you taught her how to speak? There go them, these nasty stars. This ain't 7-Up. This ain't Sprite. This ain't even Sierra Mist. And then, you know, I taste Sierra Mist tastes like pissy ocean water. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. This is awful. But, hey, I spent my money on it. And, you know, you can't waste any groceries today. But, yeah, did you teach her? When you was teaching her, did you ever say, X? That's what you should have been doing when you were doing the speech classes with her. X. When an E and an S come together, it goes X, not S. Right? Child. Then the next thing, I'm going to breeze right on by that too. I do not care. Kimmy, you're going to make me mad at you. You're going to have to give us more than that. We know you having your sexual issues. I like you and Andrea's relationship. You need to bring Andrea over there around the rest of the crew. Take her over there with Melissa, Tiffany. Because Tiffany will get us straight. And then we'll have friends of the show argument. Something. Because right now, yeah, we get you having sexual issues, and then she goes on to tell Andrea, ooh, but baby, that's your cootery board. Anyway, she goes on to tell Andrea that, you know, Cheese Puff told her that the sexual issues that she was having was in her head. Girl, fix it! Fix it! Fix it, girl! Just handle it. And Andrea done went around there and bought her some balls, and one ball with the long string on it, and Kim like, what I'm supposed to do with that? And Andrea acquiesced, and she's like, I really don't know. Girl, don't bring me something that you don't use yourself. But anyway, she's trying to enhance her sex life, and we all know all about that. Cheese Puff is, in his mind, he's not getting enough, and I'm not going to say poor Kimmy anymore, because at this point, I know that Kimmy is trying to keep an insatiable sexual Cheese Puff. And if that's the way you got to hang on to him, you know, throwing your sick body on the bed, trying to make him happy, girl, go for it. Next, this is the meat of the story. Okay, we're at the house, right? And the next thing, we're at the house. We're at that house where Motel is squatting in. And Marcel and Martell decided they were going to have them little conversation. So they start out cordial, and they talking about the Black Expo. And Martell is like, well, you know, I'm hearing things in the streets. He said, well, I want to make sure, Marcel, I want to make sure that you get the story straight, because you know how Mr. Fletch is. Now, remember, he don't know Fletch, right? And he don't know him like that for him to be speaking at the Black Expo. So he's telling Martell that, you know, I don't see what the problem is. You know, I'm not trying to have somebody come in and speak who does not have a solidified business. I could have, what? Then he throws in, still he's throwing in about the platform, her having a platform. He's talking about Mel, but he's trying to clump Martell and Mel into it. Then Chris called, hey, hey, I'm outside. Six Chris. Yeah. Martell, embarrassed. He's like, hey, man, I'm outside now. I'm tired of you now. He's like, tired of me what? Man, look, I need to sell this house. And then there's Marcel in the background saying, well, I thought he already had sold the house. And then he's like, Martell, and things of that nature. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't, just live here as long as I'm paying. Chris said, I'm putting a for sale sign out in the yard. He goes out, there go Fletcher, sitting in the yard. And so Fletcher comes in, he sits between them, and they playing ping pong, going back and back, forth and forth. Let me see, go back, forth and forth. And he's like, I want people, Marcel Sauer says, I want people to speak on that platform who understand that there are successes and failures. And Martell's like, hey man, don't you understand? You wouldn't be with anything. You wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for me and Mel. Not just giving y'all the platform, but opening up our business to you. And he said, what? You think you open up something to me? Property preservation? Is that what that is? Because, it'll take more than that. He said, we brought you into our business. Holt and Holt was an established business before we even knew Marceau and Tisha. Even knew y'all. And don't say we didn't help y'all. Helped us what? The level of nutsacks on both of these men. Now, Martell realizes that he has fucked up bad, because when he said Holt and Holt was an established business and we are North Huntsville, that let me know right there that he knows that he has lost everything. Then Marcel goes on to tell him, didn't you borrow money from me? And he's like, yeah, but at the same time, I don't recall. I was doing a job, and I believe Martell. I believe Martell had done some work for him after the sale of his part of Scope. And he was still, building for him. He said it wasn't alone, he was building. And Marcel is still insisting that Mel was begging him to speak at the event. No. No. Legs and hips and body. You came to her first. And he's like, well, she don't have an established business, so why and where should I have to pay her? And he uses Mel's idea for sponsorship. And Martell calls him out on that. And that was all Mel. Mel is a great public speaker. She's been that before we even met you all. Before you were friends. And your friendship with us made you better business people. Give us that credit where credit is due. You think Marcel gave that man credit? He's sitting up there acting like he is self-made. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you from my own experience. There is nothing wrong with showing gratitude to someone who helped lift you up. Don't sit there with your smug ass and act like that you even got on this show and that the show is the only reason why Mel is successful. Mel got this right here. Okay? And on and off camera, she got this right here. And a lot of people with this right here are successful. I got this right here, but man, I can't be successful. I'm trying to be successful, trying to be in my channel. But, Martell's like, just give us the credit that we deserve right in this moment. And Marceau could not do it. He goes to a situation where they start joking with each other, and then they make amends or whatever. And what's even more disappointing and more so is that I think that he can't give Mel the credit that she deserves because she's a woman. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because he knows that he at least give him credit for bringing y'all on the show, right? And you use this platform too. Like I said, let's go back to that fluffy scene with you and your wife and the products on the table. She said that y'all been working on those products for 5 years. Where? The show been on 6 years. I never heard her mention a hairline for kids. Never. Pay attention. Okay. And the next thing, Juicy was short. We meet up with Kiki and Mel. Mel is telling us about the Midtown area, how they building a nice new place called Camp. She's gonna meet up with her. I'm gonna go over here, mind my own business, and meet up my friend Kiki, because I gotta get caught up with her. Then Kiki arrived. Hey girl, how you doing? Girl, you know, I'm just so outdone with Marcel's ass. You know, he knows that I have bigger businesses than the t-shirt line. And, you know, he's acting like, you know, I didn't have no contribution in what's going on with him right now. Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Marcel is so facetious, you know, you don't really know how he's going to be in the situation. And he is. Irritating is what it is. When you are so sarcastic to the point when nobody knows when you're serious, and I guess that's the way you made it through life, but honey, it's not cute, Marcel. It's not. You putting people off. All right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to want to film with you like y'all piled up on Mel last year. Remember that? Trying to get her off her own show like they did Mariah. Baby, Mel show wouldn't make it without Mel. Sorry. That's different from Married to Medicine because those were all successful doctors in their own right. Y'all ain't that entertaining. Right? So anyway, move right along. Mel's like, I mean, we still talking about this Black Expo. And just to be honest with you, with all that mess going on and all that tension between Stormy and Marcel, I wouldn't have thought there'd be that much tension between people about $100 between over $100 between multimillionaires. And then Kiki, it's not about the $100 for Stormy. Stormy is upset because of the way Marcel handles things. And I'm just about to put it all on the line right now. She said, girl, I got some information. What, girl? Girl, they were around there at the club one night, and Marcel met up with his girlfriend who he having an affair with, bleeped out the name. And they went around there and got them another person. They had them a twa. Man, what? And the episode to be continued. And it goes off. And then it comes back on next week with the episode that we've been waiting for. When Kiki and Tisha have their confrontation. That's the end of my review. Thank you for watching. This is Country Conversations with Diva D. That was my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Come back, get the likes up and the subscriptions up. And as I do, when I sign off, I'm going to say, deuces.